It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, everyone. We have a very special treat for you here. No trick, it's the NBA on Halloween. It's a special October 31st matchup. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. The crowd here in anticipation of their home team Spurs in an interconference battle here at the AT&T Center in San Antonio. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one. In the two meetings last year, they came away with wins, never losing.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the two times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
Yeah, exactly. An interconference matchup here. Not a lot of familiarity, but I wouldn't say they caught them off guard. There's a reason one team was in the playoffs and the other team was watching.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for the Bucks, the dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. Austin Rivers is out there with Chris Middleton, and it's Monroe in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin. Well, Jason Kidd gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him what they needed to key in on defensively, and he said, well, we've got to limit penetration by Tony Parker. He's really the, quote, head of the snake. And with his floater, he doesn't need to get all the way to the rim to score. It's crucial that we do our best to keep him outside the lane. Guys, that's no easy assignment. We'll see how much success they have defensively.
Thanks, Doris.
What handle? He broke the D down to the ground with that move.
And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Rivers dishes to Antetokounmpo, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Parker kicks to Alden. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Here's Rivers, and the shot is good. Rivers has got his first basket of the night.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
Green with the ball. Parker's shot is off.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
The Spurs have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Passes to Leonard. Takes the 3, and it's good, and the assist by Parker. Leonard's got 5 now.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
And the whistle blew, so that'll be a shooting foul. Great defensive effort there with the blocked shot. But he got more than just the ball that time. Free throws coming up right now. And he's good on the second. So for the Bucks, their last game a loss to the Bulls in Chicago.
And that's one of those games where I just felt the attitude going in was wrong. I think they believed what was being said about them in the press, and that was a game that they just couldn't win.
I'm going to disagree with you here. I don't think it was about lacking confidence in themselves. I just think the talent difference between the teams was too much for them to overcome.
Now Parker, after LaMarcus Aldridge's three-pointer that didn't go. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. And it's Green missing.
Not good shot selection. Long range and a defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
Now here's Parker. Jabari Parker unable to get his last shot to go. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. The pass to Parker. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And the Spurs with possession here, following the bucket by the Bucks. That is good. Milwaukee in the lead. To the paint. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Leonard kicks to Green. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. The Bucks have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Rivers passes to Antetokounmpo. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Now Parker. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Kicks to Howard. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. That one on Monroe. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach you've seen so far for the Bucks?
You've got to like the consistency with which they're hitting that mid-range jumper.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Bucks leading by 4. Antetokounmpo dishes to Monroe. Back to Antetokounmpo. On target from 13 feet. Antetokounmpo's got his second bucket of the game to go.
He can be a matchup nightmare if he can get it in the paint.
Leonard with the screen on Antetokounmpo. Parker with no one around. And the three-ball. Is good.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. T's check in for Parker.
One more time, keep it going for your Silver Dancers.
The Bucks have gone 8 of 11 in the first quarter. They'll take that percentage any night. Antetokounmpo against Leonard. Antetokounmpo passes to T. And Middleton kicks to Antetokounmpo. And it's sent back by Aldridge. An even 3-on-3 break. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
Antetokounmpo against Leonard. Left side, Antetokounmpo, and that one's good. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Now here's Parker. Now the feed to Leonard. Just 4 to shoot. And it's good on the assist by Parker. And that's 10 points for Kawhi Leonard. And the Bucks with possession here. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Green. Last season's performance for him. Last season, put up about 7 points a game, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And to have a knockdown shooter like that coming off the bench, a great asset for any coach.
Yeah, he always seems to supply points for this group. And yeah, things can get stagnant without that spark plug. He serves the bill there.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Pau Gasol's checked in for Howard. It's Mills in for Parker.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Henson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
And here's Mills. Pass to Leonard. They set the pick. He feeds it to Mills. And again, it's San. Antonio with a three.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
Mills with the steal. Lays it in off the breakaway. Now it's a 5-point San Antonio lead.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
6 to shoot. Green against Middleton. Green with the rebound.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
Hits the three-point bomb.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And how about the grasp they had on the game plan for this one?
You know, I know it's early, but I don't think I'm going out on a limb when I say we could be headed for a blowout unless something dramatically changes and fast.
And so it's Milwaukee now. It's a 10-point game. Henson, a screen on Gasol. Nato. And again, the Bucks miss. And San Antonio has possession. Now here's Mills. 5 points in the game. On the wing, Green. That doesn't go either for Green.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
San Antonio leading by 10. He kicks to Leonard. Missed inside.
How about him there just bodying him up to make him alter the trajectory on that shot?
Definitely some very sound defense played on that trip.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Oh, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case.
And Mills kicks to Aldridge. Fades. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Aldridge has got 8.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Outside Leonard. Feeds to Mills. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And now it's a 12-point San Antonio lead. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Spurs lead by 12. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K. And we heard from John Henson before the game, a player on the rise. He feels he still has a lot to prove.
Defensively, offensively, I think I'm better off.
Well, it sounds like he still feels like he has something to prove, Greg, but seems to me he's already known for being that kind of guy.
It's a great point. Anybody who plays against him knows he looks plenty strong when you're banging with him. But if he needs to push and motivate himself by playing with a chip on his shoulder, well, a lot of guys have gone a long, long way in this league using that method.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. Parker out there with Wilson Chandler. Then it's Greg Monroe. Then it's Rivers. Mills dishes to Lee. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences will tell you why the score is what it is. Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
And Mills kicks to Lee. Power down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard, Clark.
Yes,
bringing
sir.
it down hard,
Yes,
my
sir.
brother.
Yes, sir.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Parker outside. Inside, Monroe. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes. To the hoop.
Let's take a moment to look at the 2K leaderboard and see last year's high-scoring teams. The Spurs second.
I just loved how this team attacked their opponents. You could see their confidence grow as the year went on, and the points really started to pile up.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Bucks trail by 12. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Nato. The shot by Chandler. Wide open. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Oh, wow. That's a beautiful jam.
Oh, my God. Goodness, he's just getting nasty on him now. Wow.
Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action.
Boy, outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Parker against Lee. And Parker, here we go.
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And when we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past. And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
There's the dish to Chandler. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Pass to Rivers. 5 on the clock. Baseline J on the way. No good. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
They set the pick. Chandler outside. There's the three. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. San Antonio leading by 14. Nice D from Chandler.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Gasol with the defensive effort.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Lee against Monroe. He's guarded by Rivers. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. It's Gasol missing.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Rivers kicks to Monroe. To the wing on the left. That's a 2 from Parker. And that one comes up a bit short. San Antonio's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points in a deep ball. For them tonight. Chandler outside. To the inside. There's the screen. Nato. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs it right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. John Henson's checked in for Monroe. T comes in for Parker. And Middleton subbed in for Rivers. And Parker with the basket on the assist from Gabe. And it's 7 points for Tony Parker.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Timeout called the Bucks.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now. Looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
San Antonio making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. The Bucks also with the sub. Antetokounmpo's checked in.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Here's Parker. 7 points in the game. Shoots from 14, and he gets the bucket. Parker's got 9.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Chandler outside. Middleton on the wing, guarded by Green. Middleton against Green. Middleton left side. Leonard brings the double team. Here's Henson. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Howard.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories. Rebounds just being one of them.
Henson sets a screen for Antetokounmpo. He dishes it to Chandler. Green against Middleton. Lets it go from 11, and there. The shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this. For his career, 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And guys, you know, you look up point guard in the dictionary, and there's a nice little picture of John Stockton there. I mean, he is an unreal distributor. Controlled the game like no one ever has before or since. It's no coincidence that Utah never missed the playoffs in any of the 19 seasons that John Stockton was at the helm.
To the middle, here's T, banked in off the glass. T's got his first basket of the night.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Aldridge with a screen on Antetokounmpo, off the pick, and another basket for San Antonio.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
There's a screen. Middleton outside. They double him with Green. Here's Antetokounmpo. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Antetokounmpo's got 8.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Here's Howard, and Henson sends it back. Passes it to T. 1:32 left in the first half. Henson with the screen. Middleton on the wing, guarded by Green. Takes the 13-footer. Green with the rebound. Green's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And that one's good. Parker.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Bucks trail by 16. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Chandler outside. San Antonio with the rebound. Dishes to Leonard. There's 42 seconds left here in the second. Screen by Howard. Leonard attacking, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Leonard playing extremely well. He has 14 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
The Spurs making a switch here. Mills is checked in, and Milwaukee also making a switch. Rivers, he's checked in for Wilson Chandler. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. For 3, Middleton. Another miss by Middleton.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
How about that hard-nosed D in the...
And through the first half...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. We have amped up home crowd joining us for our halftime. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 16 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, it comes down to confidence. From the opening tip, these guys had that swag. They had the attitude.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about to get...
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, how about all of the assists he's had already in the first half? Got his team a lot of easy baskets.
He's got great vision, Greg, and he's not afraid to get rid of it early. That's what makes him such a great passer. He doesn't hold on to that thing. He finds the open guy right away.
Parker and Green with a guard pairing. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Howard in at the center position. That's the San Antonio 5. Rivers kicks to Parker. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Parker's got 12 points in the game. Parker with it. The pass to Aldridge. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Bucks trail by 20. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Middleton against Green, and Middleton kicks to Rivers. And there's the feed to Monroe. To the right side. Clock at 6. High, arcing shot. Can't get it to go. Good D by Parker.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
The Bucks shooting well, 50% from the floor. Now Rivers. He has 5. Screened by Monroe, and they call an illegal screen here. Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. The Spurs second. In the third spot, the Bucks.
And you know what? These are two of those teams that just live off their transition game. They put a lot of pressure on you defensively. Because that's where they get the bulk of their offense.
That's good. That would be 4 in a row for them now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
San Antonio shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
What a game for Tony Parker. 15 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
No doubt about it. He's the conductor, the band leader, Clark, and this offense has really performed at a high level.
Monroe lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Monroe's got his second basket of the game.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to